Getting you set for USA and Sweden. Here's what's happened in the last 5 matchups. Look at the ones that ended in overtime. In 2023, the bronze medal game, USA winning it 8-7. A high-scoring affair. And last year's gold medal game, 6-2 was the final. Again, that was the last time these two teams faced off. Now back on U.S. soil, the Swedes will try to get their revenge. In their last 10 meetings, overall, Team USA is 6-1, 1-2 against Sweden. As far as USA is concerned, certainly without Cole Hudson, that hurts them a little bit, Stu, but they've scored 6 or more goals twice in the last 3 games. So even without a really key defender, they've had balanced scoring. Will Zellers in particular has been fantastic.
Really has. He's just been dynamic offensively throughout the tournament without question. But I'll tell you what, you really missing the importance of a Cole Hudson on the back end. I mean, think of it in these terms, the only defender that's ever led this tournament, net across the entire history of the tournament, to lead it in scoring. Pretty impressive. You want that kind of offensive catalyst on the back end, if available. But it's we got some tournament left to play.
No question. Hudson's not playing today. Hopefully be ready for, like you said, the medal round. USA is trying to win back-to-back and win their first ever World Juniors on home soil. Of course, the last team to do that, Canada, won it 5 straight back in the day. We're all set for USA and Sweden. Coming up next, right here on NHL Network, alongside John Morosi and Tony Granato, here's E.J. Raddick with the call.
Welcome to the Grand Casino Arena in St. Paul, Minnesota. The 2026 World Junior Championships, the 50th edition of this great tournament. E.J. Raddick, Tony Granato, J.P. Morosi, and we've got Team USA and Team Sweden to do battle tonight. Winner wins Pool A. Here's a look at the officials for tonight's game. Got Canadian Troy Murray and the Finn also doing the game. Let's go to the net for Team Sweden. It's Luva Harenstam. Played in 2 of the 3 games so far, has 2 wins. And at the other end, Team USA, it's Brady Noling, just 17 years of age, gets his first start in the tournament. And it'll be interesting to see how he performs tonight. Take a look at the coaches for Team Sweden. Magnus Havlet, he's an experienced coach in these tournaments. And on the other side, of course, another experienced guy, Bob Mosko. Tony, this should be a heck of a game tonight.
Well, I think since the schedule came out almost a year ago, everybody's been looking forward to this one, knowing the importance of this game. Winner will be the team that will have the #1 seed going into the crossover game, which is so important because they know the Czechs are. Well, you lose this game, you're going against the Czechs in the first game of the crossover. So this is an important game for both teams for sure.
Team USA down a couple of men tonight. Cole Hudson missing his 2nd game. Max Plant out of the lineup tonight. He was injured in the game against Slovakia. We are underway from St. Paul. Thanks for joining us tonight. And Happy New Year to everybody, wherever you may be watching. Team Sweden with a quick chance. That's blocked down by Hensler. Now it comes through the crease just wide. Behind the net it goes. A chance in front. And stopped. Eklund, an Islander draft pick, 1st-round pick last year. His shot stopped by Noling. We'll keep an eye on him early, Tony, right? Noling in goal, just to see. There he is handling the puck.
Yeah, nice job handling the puck. The rim went by Brody Ziemer. They dumped it down and this is one thing that is unusual for the Europeans. They are a big, heavy team down low as far as being strong on pucks. They're not big by size, but they are strong on pucks, and they'll use the boards a lot and get pucks down below the goal line and try to make some plays from below there.
Vico Bjork on the draw against Teddy Stiga. Swedes win it. Here's a shot through traffic, turned away by Noling. Chase Reed flips it behind the net. Quick turnover, it comes in front. Team USA trying to get out of the zone, and they do. With some speed, here's Riker Lee, gets it ahead. Stiga's shot goes wide on the short side. Comes back to the right point. Reed with the shot, deflects, goes behind the net. Boumedienne is there for Sweden. He loses. Now the puck up to the left point, thrown towards the net. Chance in front, stop. Good save with the pad there by Harenstam.
Good shot by L.J. Mooney on a rebound. Corralled the loose puck and got a quick shot off. Harenstam had to be ready for and made the kick save.
There's Frey with some speed, loses that puck. Comes to Barnett, spinning back. Swedes were offside. They had to get back onside. It allowed time for Barnett to move the puck up ice. Comes away for Frey, goes across to the other side. Pettersson dumps it in, goes off the back of the net. Contact behind the net, comes up the wall. Flip the other way to Zellers, he goes across. Puck gets dumped in, Zellers on the chase. Puck gets wound around, kept in at the point, now in the skates of Emery. Fans starting the USA chant. Big crowd here tonight at the Grand Casino Arena, as you might imagine. Puck backhanded. There's a nice right pad stop by Noling. Team USA gets it, fires it in. Look to get some fresh bodies on the ice. Teams battle along the wall. And then the puck comes out of the zone. Raheem Mullen gets it across. Fired in, glove down, and we're going to get a face-off. Now a little pushing and shoving in front.
As we take a look at L.J. Mooney on the bench, he was in the slot area as this loose puck. As you see, the puck is steered up the zone by the defense of Sweden, and L.J. sitting in the slot waiting for it, jumps on it. Nice save by Herenstram there early in this game. L.J. Mooney, lots of energy in that little guy. He's a little bit undersized. He's played center. He's taken big draws throughout this tournament for Coach Bob Motzkow and killed some penalties, been on the power play. He's on the ice a lot. He'll have to have a big game for Team USA tonight.
Puck goes behind the net, picked up by Eklund. Victor Eklund drops it back. Salim Wallenius got it ahead. And now here's Eklund, walks in. His shot turned back by Noling. Kept in at the point. Frondell gets it back. His shot goes wide of the mark. Keep an eye on Anton Frondell, 16 in the yellow. Chicago Blackhawks draft pick, 3rd overall in the draft. Hasn't disappointed in this tournament thus far. Cleaver dumps it in, went in after it. Couldn't get it, and now it comes into the neutral zone. Here come the Swedes again. Eklund across. Good stick play there. Really nice work there by Team USA on defense there to kind of deny that pass. That was Osborne. Here's Boumediene with the puck. Second-year player at BU. Father played in the NHL. There's Stiga with it, fires it back towards the net. Puck bounces to the corner. Boumediene on the backhand. Puck chopped back into the zone by Team USA. Battle along the wall. Puck comes free. Stiga gets it now to Lee. Lee with a shot, and he misses just up on the short side. Riker Lee had a goal against Slovakia on Monday night, and it was a sweet one on the power play. Here he is again. Pass to Reed. His shot through traffic. It got knocked down. It never got to the goaltender Harnstam. Puck comes free. There's a chance. And that looked like it went in. Not sure if it went in or hit the pipe, but we play on. Good opportunity as the two Swedish players collided.
A great forechecking by that line of Mooney.
There's a big hit behind the net. As Krantz laid the lumber. Now we get some physical play. Now Team USA coming the other way. Here's Zellers, walks into the circle. His shot blockered up over the net. Getting word that puck did not go in, so if it had, we would have got a horn. We play on. Here's a shot by Barnett. Blocked down, goes behind the net. Fast and furious action here from St. Paul early. Between the two top teams in Pool A, Team USA and Team Sweden. Pettersson with it. Just gets it out of the zone. Pettersson, an Anaheim Ducks pick. Morrow dumps it into the corner. Puck wound all the way around by the Swedes. They get it to center. Good play by Emery. Now the puck comes free. Fast action, Tony. Here's Barnett. Throws it through and a chance to the net. Ends up in the corner. Salim Wallenius had it. Now loses. It's Van Sage. He's in the lineup tonight. 23 in blue. Michigan State player. His shot blocked down. Talked to Bob Motzko about him. He says he's a big guy. He could add a little bit of toughness to the group. That puck goes wide of the net. They try to squeeze it in front. Good defense by Team Sweden, and they come the other way, and now good backtracking by Team USA. Puck comes across. Cole Eiserman down the left side, tried to drag it. Great stick by his teammate Sasha Boumediene, and they practice against each other at BU. Maybe knew some of those tricks. Puck comes up the wall. And now the Swedes will regroup. Long pass through. Goes all the way. We get a whistle and an icing. So, Tony, we've had a frenetic pace here early through the first 6+ minutes.
And one thing we've seen is USA has done a great job on the forecheck, especially tracking and not allowing Swedes to cut to the middle. They forced that turnover there, and there's L.J. Mooney in the same spot he was a few minutes earlier. He gets a loose puck there and bangs it off the post there. Quick release. And you can see Harristram tries to get to the top of the paint to cut the angle down, but the shot beats him. And there's Van Sage coming up the ice, and that's one thing Team USA knows he will provide in this lineup is a physical presence.
Team Sweden gets it out to center, turn it over. Now Frondell tries to get it ahead to Eklund. Hensler into the corner, watched by Eklund. The puck comes free. And then Horkov is able to chip it to center. Puck comes back. Eklund is on it. Eklund has been a force so far in this game, only in the first several minutes. When he's out there, you know it. Puck comes free. Team USA now on the rush. Goes over to Hagens, throws it through. Good back-checking work on Ziemer. Eklund tries to get it ahead to Frondell. Frondell comes up with it. Tries to drag it through, holds onto the puck, looking for help, gets it across. Nice play, but good play by Team USA, and then the puck just flipped all the way down. And it's on a deflection, so we play on. Behind the net, Carell, he overskates, turnover in front, a chance there, stopped, the puck up in the air, still doesn't go in, still loose in front. Great opportunity for Riker Lee, now he's got it again, backhander, turn aside. Team USA doing a really good job on the forecheck, turned over the Swedes a couple of times. Here's another chance in front, they try to squeeze it through, Stiga did, he couldn't get it there. And it comes out the other way, down the left side. Stenberg with it, throws it across. Now up to the point, Boumediene walking in, taking a look. In the corner, throws it across, but behind the intended target. Now Lee the other way. Lee down the right side, Riker Lee. 1-on-4, his shot deflects and it goes over the glass and into the netting, and we will get a break. It's been a fast first period here in St. Paul. We're scoreless.
He does there. I think he had a beat on that first one, and Harrenstam was able to go down and spread out and keep that pad on the ice, forcing Lee to try to get it up and over him. He wasn't able to do that, but this line has been outstanding on tracking pucks back to the middle. You can see Lee staring down the goaltender there, thinking like, how did you get that pad over there to stop that one? But really good start by the USA on how they've hunted pucks and created these turnovers. This is uncharacteristic of Team Sweden to make this many turnovers in their own end.
Well, speed kills, Tony. That's what they say.
And intensity.
Team USA plays it with a lot of speed, and certainly this game has been played at a fast tempo. Team Sweden now coming in. That pass just behind the Swedish defender. Ray O'Mullen gets it up the left wing side. Comes to Zellers, leaves it for Spellacy. A.J. Spellacy with a shot. Turned aside with the pad. Puck goes to the net, bounces around in front. Goes to the wall. McMorrow goes in hard after it. Team USA coming up with the puck. Zellers throws it through. Ray O'Mullen tries to get it into the slot. And the puck just kicks free and goes into the corner. Team USA will go for a change. Tony, what was it like playing in high-tempo games? Because this is what we have
here. This is a dream. This is when you're a little kid and you're talking about playing in the backyard or in pond hockey. You dream of having this moment. You got 18,000 plus people in the game. They're chanting USA and wearing USA sweaters. This is what you dream of as a kid. They're getting that opportunity. So not surprised by the intensity.
Here's a chance to the net. They throw it in front. It goes in. It looked like it went off the U.S. defenseman. Hensler in front. And Ustavara looks like he'll get credit for the goal. We'll get a look on the replay, Tony, but a fortuitous bounce, and Team Sweden takes the early lead.
Yeah, you're right. A fortuitous bounce for sure. And it's just a quick transition. They get the puck on the entry. They throw it cross ice. You see the trailer. They make a couple good passes. This one's trying to go back door. And as you see, Ustavara definitely goes off of Hensler's skate. Tough luck as a defenseman. You're trying to block that passing lane, and you're doing your best you can to cover it. And just a perfect angle off of his blade and in. And Team Sweden, which needed a goal, they were getting smothered in their own zone with the heavy forecheck of Team USA, gets that first goal in the early lead.
So Ustavara with his first goal of the tournament. Draft eligible player, just 18 years of age, gets the good fortune, the good bounce, and the Swedes up early in this one, 1-0. Zimmer throws it off the wall and out. Team Sweden will regroup. Carell throws it across. Puck gets knocked into the zone. Chase Reed back for it. Wraps it off for Osborne. Zimmer up the wall. Osborne, indirect pass. It's Chase Reed jumping in. Loses the puck, goes behind the net to Sasha Boumedian. Carell across. They play it back behind the Swedish net. Salim Wallenius, San Jose Sharks draft pick. Puck on the wall, goes behind the U.S. cage. Picked up there by Stenberg. That's a name you're going to hear a lot. Could be one of the higher picks in the June draft. Team Sweden, they've had the lead in every game thus far in the tournament. In their first, now this is their fourth game. Of course, Team USA fell behind 2 goals twice against Slovakia, but rallied to win, so got a lot of hockey to play here. Stenberg taken into the wall. Shot towards the net, and that one dangerously goes through the crease and out the other side.
Yeah, tricky, sneaky shot there as it was thrown on the net by Bjork.
Now Team Sweden, the long pass ahead. Danielson is going to chase. We're going to get a whistle and an icing. 8:54 left in period number 1.
There's our goal scorer, Ustavaro. You can see on the entry here as Nilsson gets it over to Frey. And you can see clearly this puck is trying to go across ice to the backdoor player and goes off of Hensler skating into the net. Sweden takes that 1-0 lead.
Gastrin and Nielsen get assists for Team Sweden. Face off to the left of the goaltender, Harenstam. Luva Harenstam, St. Louis Blues draft pick. Swedes win the draw. Good jump there by McMorrow as he got right in there. Team USA had the puck at the point, but skips over the stick of Barnett. And they'll have to regroup to center. Now here's Spellacy on the off-wing side, driving to the net. Spellacy, good stick by Frey as he knocks it away. Kept in. Swedes look to get it out, and they do. E.J. Emery goes D to D over to Barnett. Ahead. Left there for Zellers. Zellers down the left side, throws it in front. Spellacy comes up with it, throws it towards the net. Whistles over the cage off the glass. McMorrow behind the net. He gets knocked down. Pass in front, nobody home. Swedes come the other way. Pettersson. Lucas Pettersson chips it ahead. He'll go for a change. And we got a whistle and an icing. So the puck will come all the way back.
Well, when you come into a tournament like that, you're looking for chemistry, and somehow these 3 guys who have not played together very much, in fact, just for the last couple of weeks, but this line, Spellacy, Zellers, and McMorrow has been consistent from the first drop of the puck in this tournament. They forecheck hard, they're physical, they go to the net, they score goals, and you can see that hit on McMorrow there, and shaking it off, and he'll be back out there. And he's had a great tournament with his line mates. Big impact when you got a line like that you can rely. When they go over the boards, they make something happen.
That's what I was going to ask you, Tony. For a coach, you got to feel good about. You can count on those guys to do the same thing over and over again. They bring energy.
They bring energy, and it's been consistent throughout the tournament. When the game looks a little bit lull and doesn't look like they have much going, that line goes over the board and gets momentum.
There's a shot, whistled just wide by Eiserman over the cage. comes to the right point. Hensler throws it through, deflected in front. Turned aside by the goaltender, kept in by Hensler. Throws behind the net, Yzerman with it. Tried to backhand it in front. Good defensive positioning by the Swedes, and they clear it to the neutral zone. Now here's Nielsen down the right side. Spins back. Throws it down below the dots. Team USA looking to come the other way. Chipped ahead by Van Saki. He'll go for a change. Boumedienne gets it across. Long stretch ahead down the left side. Shot goes up over the net. That was Frundell with that shot. Reed, long pass ahead, long stretch off the stick of Higgins. Puck comes up the wall. The Swedes look to come out with speed of their own. Here's Eklund with it to center. Eklund to the blue line, tries to dance in to Frundell. They get it through the high slot, but couldn't be handled, and the U.S. come away with it. And a nice play backtracking there by Frundell. Swedes get it right back in the U.S. zone. Zellers throws it up the glass. Kept in by Frey. Chase Reed, nice play by Chase Reed there. Held the puck and starts it out. Long pass on the left side to Zellers. He chips it in and they'll change.
Well, we've talked a lot about good sticks and backtracks and defensive plays, and it's credit to the coaches and these players for recognizing the importance of playing well without the puck. They're making it hard on each other. It's been a great start to a hockey game, everything we expected.
Puck goes up along the right side. Kept in. Could be a good opportunity here, but the puck just overskated. Team USA coming the other way. Here's Riker Lee. He gets taken out of the play. Puck off the wall. And now Stenberg tries to cut to the middle. Nice play. Holding on. Little backhand flip to the corner. Björk. Puck goes into the other corner now. Thrown into the slot area. Thrown across to the left D. Shot through. Stopped by Noling. Team USA looking to come the other way. Puck gets dumped in. They'll go for a change. Celine Wallenius with it. Dodging the forechecking McMorrow. The puck gets dumped in. Kleber goes back. Takes a hit. Puck comes up the wall. Now back behind the net in the corner. Kleber in the mix. He was battling there with Berglund. And then the puck comes to center. This has been just high-tempo hockey. It's been a great one so far. Team Sweden with the lucky bounce in front. They got the lead. Now down the right side. Here comes Team USA. Shot to the net. Stopped by the goalie. Juggled it a little bit there, but is able to hold on as Spellacy threw it at the net. Spellacy in the mix and a little bit of the battle there. 1-0 Sweden in the first.
This telecast of the IIHF World Junior Championship is presented by Elite.
Noling's sister Kessler on the left, Mother Blair in the middle, Simon, Brady's father, at the far right. Here was the scene when Team USA was announced on the scoreboard. Yes, Brady Noling, the youngest player on the U.S. roster, getting the start. There's Blair in the middle, loving every moment. Of course, E.J. Antoni, he is the youngest U.S. goaltender to start in this tournament since Trey Augustine, who made himself quite a legacy at the World Junior Championships.
Yeah, it certainly went well for Trey Augustine.
Oh boy, did it ever.
We'll see if Brady Noling can follow in those footsteps. And dual citizen playing for Team USA. And he's committed to go to Boston University next year, just 17 years of age. So big stage tonight, Tony, but probably really excited to get the opportunity.
Yeah, and he's had those moments. We talked about the Hlinka tournament. We talked about the prospects games. He stepped up big time in those situations. And Coach Dave Lassonde, the goalie coach for Team USA, is expecting him to do the same.
Yeah, gloves that one down. Fans, your online home to get all your Team USA gear is shopusahockey.com. From jerseys to hoodies and everything in between, there's something for everyone of all ages. So don't delay. Do not delay. Head to shopusahockey.com. And I know, Tony, you'll be New Year's Eve. I know you'll be getting me a nice gift. So
And you're
Get
looking
out
for
there?
USA. Yeah.
This may be a nice,
What was nice today
Nice hoodie.
in downtown, the festivities and the energy and the people all dressed up in their USA jerseys, shirts, hats, all red, white, and blue. You knew something big was going to be happening here tonight in this beautiful Grand Casino Arena, and it's lived up to it. This intensity and competitiveness and the skill on this ice is obvious, and we got to remind ourselves. And if you look back at the last year's team and the team before that, these players within a year or two are NHL stars. So the guys we're watching tonight, you're going to see on your NHL teams in the next couple years and be big, impactful players in the NHL real soon.
Puck into the neutral zone. Little board battle going on. Referee yelling, play the puck. Guys want to get acquainted sometimes, Tony.
Yeah, we knew this would be physical as well.
Boumediene backing up. Gets the puck, and now with speed through the neutral zone. Here's Stenberg. Tries to make a nice move. Goes to the backhand. Good defensive posture there as they knock it away. The Swedes come up with it, though. Left shot. On the left point, turned aside by Nolan. Comes back up to that left point. Another shot. Blocked into the corner. Behind the net. On the stick. Frey. Now Björk behind the net. Battle continues. And Team USA knocks it all the way down the ice. This one's going to roll down. We're going to get a whistle and an icing with 3:13 left in period number 1.
Yeah, in a situation where Team USA got a little bit on their heels defensively, and you know, you don't want to ice the puck, but when you're under pressure, it's good to take a little breather and rely on your centerman to win a big face-off, and if they can do that, look for Team USA line to get a quick change, get a fresh group out there.
So face-off now in the USA zone to the right of Nolan. Nick Kemp is on the bench backing up tonight. Caleb Heil, who played against Slovakia, sitting this one out. This puck gets chipped in. So, Tony, no matter how things work out tonight, I think it's wide open. Hard to say, you know, Team USA will play, you know, on January the 2nd in the quarterfinal round. Hard to say who's going to be in goal.
Yeah, I mean, and the good thing, and it's Dave Lassonde said this at the start of the tournament. He goes, I got 3 goaltenders that I have confidence. We're going to find the one that we think is going to be the one that's going to be able to win the big games and the crossovers. And he's had a chance to look at all 3 of them so far.
The shot goes up off the glass behind the net. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left here in period number 1. Thanks again for joining us wherever you may be watching today. Really appreciate it. You get a whistle and an offside. So Team Sweden getting the fortuitous bounce around the net. They lead it 1-0.
Game 2024 World Juniors in Gothenburg, Sweden. Here were some of the final scenes. The Swedish-born Cutter Gauthier representing Team USA. There's Lane Hudson in the middle of it all. Team USA came away with a gold medal. This year, Sweden wants revenge here in the States.
Yeah, I would say there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and I think
they are looking for revenge.
The one thing that you have to remember that the Swedish power play is 6 for 14 in this tournament, and Team USA's power play started to heat up last game. So both teams have to be very disciplined on making sure that all that rough stuff and the physicality doesn't put them in the penalty box, because that could be the difference in this game tonight. So I love the way this game's been played. It's been played hard. It's been played whistle to whistle. And again, the skill that we're watching out there tonight is very evident. And there's a good look at A.J. Spellacy. His line has been outstanding all tournament with Zellers and McMorrow. His intensity and physicality has been a real nice thing for Bobby Motzkow to rely on in big situations.
And another Chicago Blackhawks prospect. So
they've done a good job. They're stockpiling to support Frankie Nazar and Connor Bedard and Alex Vlasic and the rest of the young players in the organization. Sam Renzel, Oliver Moore, all those guys played in this tournament.
Definitely stockpiled. They got a lot of good young players. So, and there's a big hit along the wall. Celine Orlenius delivering that blow. Puck turned over there. McMorrow comes up with it, looks to get it out. Held up at the blue line. And to go back to JP's point, Team USA and Team Sweden. It's been a battle. Team USA has won the last 4 meetings at the World Juniors. You have to go back all the way to 2019 for the last time Sweden beat the U.S. at the World Juniors, 5-4 in overtime. So Team USA looking to keep that moving in the right direction, and Team Sweden looking for change. Down the right side, here's a shot stop by Härenstam. They try to jam away at it in front as Ziemer was on that puck. Goes back up high, shot towards the net, off the skate of Boumedienne, and he comes the other way. Sasha Boumedienne over to Stenberg. His shot stopped by Nolan, and he holds on to that rebound as well. That Stenberg is quick, Tony.
He is, and a lot of their forwards look like the same. They know how to play the game when they're quick to get in the net. There's Zellers getting kind of pinched down the wall on Celine Wallenius, and then there's the next hit back on Celine Wallenius. You give one, and you got to take one. Oh, and that's the turnbuckle on that bench. That's dangerous, but good finish on both sides of it. There's the last chance. We talked about Stenberg and how impressive he has been. He gets one to the net, goes around the defenseman, and gets a chance at a rebound.
So Stiga and Björk on the draw. Puck comes free, quick shot to the net. Just missed the mark. Good opportunity by Stenberg there. He's got it behind the net. Drives around, throws it in front. Comes to the point. Boumedienne shot blocked. Nice block by Mooney. Now the puck comes to him. Really nice play there. Puck comes across down the right side with some speed. Throw behind the net. Riker Lee gets on it. Tries to backhand it. Now the puck comes the other way. And Team Sweden now will start out. Down the right side. Björk drops it off the point back in front. It bounces around again in that slot area. That was almost another tough bounce for Team USA. They kept it out. Here's Lee, backhand pass to Cole Eichmann. Bad angle shot, stopped in front. The goaltender's going to hold on with 7.9 seconds left on the clock, and everybody's going to get together in front.
I like the way you described that. Get together. Get together and a little pushing and shoving. And
referees broke them up quick, Tony, and your point is really well taken. It is a good scoring chance by the Swedes. They just didn't connect.
Yeah, the Swedes, again, the mentality of making sure you don't have a play, throw it at the net. When you do that, sometimes you get a little bounces around there. And
Tony, to your point, though, about like taking penalties, you made that point of like it's that both teams can kill you on the power play. That was a scrum in front, but the referees got in there and the players were smart. They got out of there quickly. I think they're very well aware of that.
And both benches are saying the same thing, guys. Play whistle to whistle, stay intense, but make sure we don't put ourselves in a tough position.
Here's Eichmann with a shot. That puck deflected. Puck comes through, bounces back to the corner. Clock ticking down. One more at the net. Deflected up in the netting as the horn goes for the end of the period, and we get a little get-together before the end of the period, Tone?
Yeah, get-togethers. That's all. Get-together.
Yeah.
Here's the last-second chance that Team USA is going to get. And again, recognizing that there's only a few seconds left on that face-off play, Härenstam had to be sharp there as a couple pucks were thrown to the net from, as you can see, off the head. Yeah, off the head.
Off the
noggin.
noggin.
Was a quick little shot by Chase Reed. There's another one. He goes down the wall, picks up this loose puck, throws it to the net quick. And,
like Henrik Lundqvist. He used to do that.
Yeah, but Henrik Lundqvist made a lot of saves with that mask.
He was a good Swedish goalie. The Swedes with the lead after one. Justavara gets the goal for Team Sweden. Coming up at the intermission, Adnan Burke and Stu Grimson will keep you up to date. Kinsler into the net, shots even 10 apiece. EJ Raddick, Tony Granato upstairs, JP Morosi down below, and Tony, it was a good first period, but a little bit, you know, there's a history with these two countries playing. I mentioned Team USA has won the last 4 times, including getting a win in the gold medal game in 2024. And that was over in Sweden.
A very memorable game, and when you go in and you're playing the Swedes in Sweden for a gold medal in the World Juniors, you can see Isaac Howard gets a goal here. And if you look at the players on this team, Perreault, Howard, Bouillon, Leonard, McGroarty, Hudson, Oliver Moore, Gavin Brindley, Sam Renzel, Will Smith, Jimmy Snuggerud, Cam Fowler, I mean, and all those guys 2 years ago were playing World Juniors, and now they're all stars in the NHL. So the reason that's so important is because a lot of these guys that we're watching tonight in 1 or 2 years are going to be stars in the NHL as well. So it's unbelievable how and where USA Hockey has come, and to see the World Junior Tournament and all these young stars on the same ice together is a real special thing. And to justify the big crowd here tonight, the state of Minnesota has done such a great job of promoting this, and they produce players for sure in this state, and to be able to celebrate the World Junior Tournament has been a real special thing.
So underway in period number 2, and quickly that puck gets bumped into the bench, so get another face-off.
And Team USA is looking forward to having same type of period as they had the first one. I think it'd be a little bit more wise to be a little more aggressive on shooting pucks, trying to get some rebounds around the net, but they certainly had a solid, strong first period of the game.
Long stretch pass ahead to Ziemer. Pulls up, throws it to the middle, nobody home. And now Swedish player Eriksson goes down there. It's a good job by him backtracking through the middle. Here's Frundell. Cross corner dump, puck bounces towards the goal. Kicking around behind the net. Good battle. Eriksson in there for Sweden. Puck comes free. Higgins comes away with it. Flips it up in the air and out. It's going to go all the way down, but Ziemer is ahead, and he is able to mitigate that icing. Up the wall comes Carell. Puck turned over again. Frundell gets it back to Boumedienne. He goes D to Carell. Gets it back. Sasha Boumedienne through the middle of the ice. Winnipeg Jets draft pick. Puck gets deflected, and Chase Reed now behind the net for Team USA. Long stretch ahead. The puck deflected. Played there to the corner by Harenstam. Along the wall, Stiga in front to Lee, and he threw it at the net. And once again, Harenstam kind of knocking that away with his mask. Boumedienne on the move in the zone. What a good skater he is. But now we got a 2-on-1 the other way. Coming in, a shot blocked. Good defensive play there as Erdquist, he ended up banging into his goaltender. We get a whistle, and we're going to get a penalty here. And it looks like it's going to be on Team USA as Riker Lee is headed towards the box. It was a 2-on-1, Tony, for Team USA, and somehow they end up taking a penalty.
Yeah, he went to the net hard. I want to see the replay. I didn't see the collision with the goaltender.
Number 17, Team USA, minor penalty, goaltender interference.
As you called it before, that does go off the mask. Again, here's the interference call, a 2-on-1. You can see the drag and Stiga. He's just trying to cut through the crease there, and he does clip the back leg of the goaltender, and he's not happy about it. But if I'm a referee in that situation, and I see a goaltender go down, and he was definitely in the blue paint, so Team USA's penalty killer will have to be sharp here. Again, remember, Frundell, 3 power play goals from inside that circle to the left of Noling. Team USA is going to have to find a way to block those shots and take away those passing lanes.
Team USA penalty.
Sweden wins the draw. They have the second best power play in the tournament, 6 for 14. Team USA on the penalty kills killed 7 of 9, 5th best in the tournament thus far. Frey with it. Now he turns it over. Spells, he chips it. He's going to try to get into a foot race there, but Frey does a good job getting the body in front of him. McMorrow on it. And the puck comes back out, and Team USA will kill off some time, and it's fired back down the ice.
Yeah, that turnover was created because Frey was looking to get it over to Frundell, and the defenseman Osborne for Team USA took that passing lane away and allowed Team USA forward to pressure and cause that turnover.
Puck goes low to high. Frey over to Eklund. Stenberg into the circle. Little pass there across to Frey, and he fires it up over the net, and it's cleared out.
And great job by Team USA. Their whole game plan is to make sure Frundell doesn't get that one-timer, and for the first minute of this power play, they haven't been able to do that. Now Frundell's sitting on the bench.
40 seconds left on the power play chance. Down the right side, good opportunity in front. The Swedes thought they scored, and now the light goes on. Yenborg got the puck in the left circle. Noling went flying across. His stick went flying. Wasn't sure if that hit the pipe or the net. Let's take a look, Tone.
Well, on the rush, we just talked about how fortunate Team USA was and how they played. Well, here's the replay. It
yeah,
looked
hits
like
the
it
camera.
hit the camera. Yeah. And Frondell was neutralized on the first part of the power play, but Swedes put over 5 good players over the boards, and they are able to capitalize on the rush. And another power play goal for the Swedes. That's 7 for 15 so far in this tournament, and they got 2 units. They don't just need Frondell. That second unit can come over the boards and be able to produce. And you saw a great shot by Yenborg there on the line rush.
So Eddie Yenborg gets the goal. It's his first of the tournament. He also has 3 assists. Detroit Red Wings draft pick 2025, second rounder, 44th overall, as Swedes try to come up. A couple of dangerous plays, but now they're moving in the other way. Here's a shot, deflects to the wall, loose in front, and Noling is going to grab that and hold on. And now we get some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Ustavara in the mix, as well as Zellers.
Yeah. You're going to take another look at that goal, and it starts in their own end, and you run these breakout routes consistently in practice, and you can see perfect execution, kick it out wide, drive through, and you can see that options to go back to the trailer, and you can see the option going wide. And Yenborg was there to be able to catch it and release it before Noling was able to get across, and looked like he made a great save from up here, but obviously got underneath his blocker, hit that camera, and gives Sweden a 2-0 lead.
So Team USA in the same spot they were in against Slovakia. As that shot is blocked away, they were down 2-0 and 3-1 to Slovakia and rallied to win that one. But they're down 2-0 to the Swedes in this one, and looking to create some offense, some energy, Tony.
Yeah, and Spelisi's line's out there. This is a line that's done it consistently throughout the tournament.
Puck cleared back into the U.S. zone.
Crowd doing their part, getting the USA chant going, trying to get the boys energized here.
Here's a shot by Eklund that's off the skate and deflected back in the neutral zone. Eklund now chasing into the corner. Barnett is there, reverses, comes up, off a skate, and now the Swedes are on the attack again. Frondell behind the net, looking, tries to throw it back out, but kind of lost control of that puck. Here's Ziemer down the right side. Good play by Frondell. Really good work by Frondell to get there. Now the puck gets fired back behind the Swedish cage. Alphonse Frey with it. Winnipeg Jets draft pick, second rounder in 2024. Gets it ahead to Stenberg. A long stretch ahead. Yenborg with another opportunity. That one turned aside with the pad. Salinas Wallenius kept that puck in. Now the puck chipped out of the zone. Tony, we talked about it a number of times. These are young people in this tournament. You see swings of emotion. It seems like right now the Swedes have that momentum, playing with confidence, skating freely.
Yeah, no question that that's what's happening right now, but Team USA has found it throughout the tournament of being able to find ways, whether it be a big hit or big play offensively, to get themselves going.
Here's an opportunity to the net. And stopped there by Harenstam. Good chance for Hagens off the rush. And you're right, it's only one hit or one goal away from twisting the other way. It's just a reminder to the viewers, when you have younger players, even in the pros, there are swings of emotion, but at this level, it can be crazy.
Yeah, and you can see Nolan is at the net front. He gets slid into and goes down, and this one was, and then here's the chance. Great entry by Team USA for a good scoring chance on the rush. And there's James Hagens, who had got 2 goals last game, and Boston Bruin fans will see him in the Bruins uniform pretty soon. So he is currently at Boston College and doing extremely well in college hockey. Had a great tournament last year for Team USA's gold medal winning team.
face off now in the Swedish end. McKinney on the draw. Puck comes free. The Swedes will start out. Krantz with it, throws it in. Now Team USA starts up the wall. It's Van Sagen. Tries to throw it ahead to McKinney. Got kind of held off there, and the Swedes come the other way. Berglund through. They get it across. Oh, big stop right there, and then the puck was free and cleared out by Osborne. Great chance by the Swedes. Nolan got enough of it, and Osborne was there, Tony, to save that puck from rolling in.
2 saves, one by Nolan and one by Osborne, of being sharp, like you said, to clear that out.
Here's another opportunity, and they score! Off the rush! Lucas Pettersson off the feed by Berglund, and the Swedes have grabbed a 3-0 lead.
And this is, again, you can see the speed coming up the ice by the Swedes. USA tries to steer him to the outside. They do, but you talk about an NHL shot there. He catches that one on his forehand. Perfect pass into the Swede area, catch release. And as a shooter, you want to shoot from where the goaltender came from. It's hard for him to push back that other way, and he makes a perfect shot just over the pad and under the blocker, posted in. And Pettersson gets the 3rd goal for Team Sweden.
And so they had a chance on the previous rush, Tony, on the good save by Nolan. But this time, they make it happen off the rush, and they finish the play, and Team USA's got some work to do down 3. Puck up the wall. Battle on the sidewall. E.J. Emery is there, Rangers draft pick. Swedes get the 2 goals in exactly 3 minutes apart.
And the one thing we know about this tournament is when you think something's kind of getting lopsided, it turns fast the other way.
Yes,
so it's important. Team USA, you got to find a little spark here and find a way to get one on the board.
Yeah. Puck goes in the skates of Nielsen, and now it comes back into the Swedish zone. I think back to those early chances, Tony, that Team USA had, couldn't connect. And since then, the Swedes have had really the better of things.
Yeah, the first 7-8 minutes, it was Riker Lee and L.J. Mooney. Those guys had 5 or 6 glorious chances, and we got an opportunity coming here as Swedes took a penalty.
So a penalty on Team Sweden. When we come back, Team USA goes to the power play. They need one, down 3.
On the power play here as Eric Nilsson is going to get called for a tripping infraction here. As you can see, he kind of sticks his knee out there. Kind of a dangerous play going knee on McMorrow, but McMorrow will take that to draw that penalty and hopefully spark a USA power play goal and get the fans back into this game. And lots of USA sweaters and people dying to get up to cheer for something special, and this is the opportunity for the U.S. team to do that.
So Team USA 2 for 11 on the power play in the tournament. Those 2 goals coming in the last game against Slovakia. And get to their set. Puck goes to the goal line. They pass through. Good stick there in front. Squirts free. Kept alive by Osborne. Osborne goes across to Zellers. Back to Osborne. He throws one through. That one just off the side of the net. Good penalty killing work there by Team Sweden. Osborne will have to chase back. Watched by Eriksson, now spins back the other way. Osborne gets it to Mooney. Ahead to Zellers, spinning back. Puck comes free, kept in by Mooney. Throws it through, chance in front. And Stiga's chance is deflected up into the netting. Nice play by Mooney. Stiga had a chance, but Herenstam is up to the moment.
Beautiful chance, and the Team USA had 2 chances on this, and Luke Osborne, the replacement for Mr. Cole Hudson. You can see the rip off the post there, and then look at this little play by L.J. Mooney. Not only does he pick the pass off, but his awareness to find Stiga with a backhand saucer pass in a pretty good scoring area. He's able to get a great scoring chance out of it as well. And go to the bench, and the other unit comes on the ice with Yzerman, Hagens, Brody, Reed.
And that puck, the draw is one, but just snapped right past Hagens. He'll have to go and regroup. Swedish penalty killers have been good in the tournament so far. They've killed 8 of 9. Puck comes through, Boumediene gets it, he just fires it, and that goes off the wall and all the way down. Team USA in a bit of a hole here, down 3-0. Last time they trailed 3-0 in a World Junior game, December the 29th, 2018 against Sweden.
Okay, and what happened?
They didn't win.
Tonight's the night then.
Puck cleared out, and now here comes Pettersson the other way. He's got some speed down the off-wing side, makes a move to his forehand, he gets knocked down. No call there. That was a nice move off the skate, Tony.
Beautiful move by Pettersson.
I'll tell you what, if you're an Anaheim Ducks fan, you're probably happy to see the way he's playing tonight. Now here's a chance to the net. Good opportunity as Yzerman was able to pull the trigger but turned aside again. Chase Reed across. They throw it through. The goaltender makes a stop. Rebound chance and they score! Chase Reed! Happy birthday, Chase! Turned 18 years of age yesterday. Celebrates with a goal today, and Team USA has cut the lead to 3-1.
Boy, there was lots of action here. 4 great scoring chances. Yzerman usually doesn't miss that one, and he's right in the slot. Great save by Hammerstrom. There's a cross-ice pass that Horkoff's waiting at the back door for. It doesn't connect, but the rebound, Reed's coming down to a soft area, finds this loose puck, and bangs home a cross body one-timer, and Chase Reed is having one heck of a tournament, and that would be called, we would say, a big goal, hopefully a momentum changer for Team USA as they get on the board. And Hammerstrom was busy in that little power play sequence, so they threw everything at him and finally were able to get one by. And there's the USA chant that we've been waiting for.
Third power play goal of the tournament. Third in 2 games. They started off looking to figure it out on the power play, but the last 2 games have been much better. So with the power play goal, they climbed to within 2, trying to get back in this one. Here's Spelisi, chips it towards the goaltender, plays it across. Team Sweden moving it up the ice. You could see, though, Tony, right, to get a goal, it just seems like right away there's a little more jump in the Team USA step.
Absolutely.
The swing of emotion.
You know, it's been all tournament. A little bit momentum swing. It turns one team on their toes and the other team backs off a little bit, and that's all it takes to hopefully change the momentum of this game, and Team USA can find a way to get another one here.
Here comes Stenberg down the left side to the corner. Bad angle shot. Kept out by Noling. And he holds on.
Team USA.
Stenberg, you can see why a lot of people have him in the top 2, 3, 4 picks in the upcoming draft. He's a crafty player.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Chase Reed here and Team USA, and this is the goal. It leads to a chance there, and Horkoff is on it. Here's the goal. It's going to be coming up here in a second. There's Reed. You can see as a defenseman, he doesn't wait out at the blue line. He knows to come down and recover anything that goes past the penalty killers of Sweden, and he was able to jump on that and get USA on the board.
So the goal is Reed from Yzerman and Ziemer. Power play goal that gets the U.S. on the board. Teams battling the corner. Puck comes free. Stiegel with a shot. It's in the pads. The goaltender doesn't know where it is. Herenstam had no idea where that was, and he kind of fell backwards, and it was underneath them. So Chase Reed, a little good fortune of his own, bangs it home. It's 3-1, Team Sweden.
There's no place like home for the hockey day.
There is his mother, Megan, and his younger brother, Blake, and you see the excitement there. Megan, I'm sure, getting a lot of texts from Michigan with some excitement about what her son has done. As EJ mentioned, happy belated birthday. He turned 18 just yesterday, right now playing for the Sioux Greyhounds, and next season at Michigan State with Riker Lee and Shane Van Sage on this Team USA.
Yeah, someone will be calling his name in the June NHL draft relatively early. He certainly opened a lot of eyes here. There's a lot of talk about this might be the kid that we should be watching, and there's a reason for it. He's had a spectacular start to this World Junior Tournament.
Here's Pettersson again, and he throws one back behind as Pedersen has been a force today with a goal. Here's a chance now for Carell to the net. Turned aside, loose in front. Kept out. They squeeze it into the crease area. It's a battle in front. No whistle, and finally the whistle blows. So a dangerous opportunity for the Swedes, Tony. But Noling was able to keep it out.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that you got to admire here about Sweden is they're certainly not on their heels after giving up that goal. They're getting after it. You can see the D joining the play, and you can see from the look of what the goaltender's seeing right here. Great job by Noling getting that pad over there, and Carell takes it to the net hard, and you can see Sweden crash that net for the rebound, and Noling had to be sharp there to keep this score at 3-1.
Great job by the Canadian referee there, Troy Murray. He got right on that net to see where the puck was. USA looking to try to get out of the zone. Now Hagen spins back behind his net. Long pass off the wall, deflected into the Swedish zone. Eklund is there. The Swedish goaltender gets knocked down. This is like the third time now, and you can see Hagens is not happy. He's talking to the referee. Let's see what the call is.
He's going to be happy, I think.
Team Sweden, number 30. 2 minutes for embellishment.
So there's a embellishment penalty on the Swedish goaltender, Härenstam, and he has gone down like 3 or 4 times in that crease. Here's a look.
So the embellishment part I don't understand. I could see the part that he saw the U.S. player coming and he turns his body, and then there's an embellishment. He gets bumped into and falls back, but he saw Zellers coming through the crease, and he purposely put himself in a position in the line that Zellers was on, and yes, he is going through the paint, but it was a gutsy call.
So that's and you can see the official there talking to the goaltender. Clearly there was contact, skate-to-skate contact, and you should not be skating through that blue paint like that. I think with the referee, because there had been a couple of those plays in front, and with each one passing one, Härenstam kind of threw himself up a little higher, and you can see Havlat not too happy over on the bench. I don't blame him. I mean, there was contact there.
I don't blame him, but it's important that he keeps his team focused on the importance of the kill.
So
and,
true, so true.
You know, Team USA is chomping at the bit. They got their 5 players on the ice. They're lined up for this face-off. LJ Mooney, Zellers, Stiga, Osborne, Riker Lee. These 5 will be out there. They've created a lot on their first power play opportunity, and were able to finally crack the Swedish goaltender, Härenstam, and try to do it here again and pull within a goal.
So the call is diving on Härenstam. Frondell will serve the penalty, which is important to note because he could snipe. If they can catch him coming out of the box, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But for now, Team USA will go to the power play. Second chance. They scored on the first one. Zellers, bad angle shot, stopped, loose in front and cleared.
Yeah, nice opportunity there for Team USA on that rebound. Puck was picked up by Riker Lee. He tried to hit back door, and it was picked off by the penalty killer of Sweden. Here they come in on the entry.
Here's Lee with it, pulls up. Riker Lee spinning back, gets it up high. Osborne over to Mooney. Mooney on the right side, looking back to Osborne. Shot turned aside by Härenstam. Mooney with it again. Mooney holding, surveying the scene, tries to throw it through. That puck off a stick. Osborne with a little juke up high, gets it to Zellers with a shot. Stopped there by Härenstam. Puck battle along the wall. Swedes trying to clear. The Americans trying to keep it alive, and it goes up out of play. And we'll get a face-off. 54 seconds left on the power play.
And Luva Härenstam, as we see him in the net there, he's doing his best. Henrik Lundqvist and Tim, oh boy, again in the mask.
That's another one.
That's
He's had at least 3 with the mask.
And Zellers gets another one-timer, and man, that puck comes off his stick nicely. And he's got 3 game-winning goals already in this tournament. He's feeling good about that shot. Keep winding up and keep getting into the net, kid.
Off the draw, Team USA gets the puck. Hagen's across, looking to get to the set. Chase Reed throws it down in the right circle. Out. A chance in front. It's loose. And then covered up in front as Eiserman had popped out with a good shot. And Harrison was able to fight off Team USA in front of the net.
Oh, beautiful play.
Like it was Horkoff in front chopping away.
Yeah, Horkoff's got great position in front. Look at that movement by Team USA. There's the one-timer from Eiserman. Horkoff is so good at that net front, almost pulls it out there. Handstram is strong on that pad, not letting that puck get pulled outside of it. Really good goaltending there by the Swedish netminder.
Off the draw, Team USA wins it. They get it across, Chase Reed up high. He has the goal for Team USA as they're down 3-1 here in period number 2. Horkoff holding, back over to Hagens. Hagens across, Eiserman back, but read very well by Team Sweden, and now they come the other way. Here's Pettersson. Pettersson on the off wing. He's shot, and he scores! Pettersson from almost the exact same spot that he scored earlier, cashes in on a shorthanded chance, and Sweden takes a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, and you're right about that same spot. He was almost in the same spot of the rink when he made that shot. And when you're coming down that wing and the puck's on the inside because you're on a left-handed shot, as you see, he picks this loose puck up, and you can see Chase Reed is taking away the pass, and you can see there is perfect read by Pettersson of understanding that best opportunity to score is to rip one on the far side. He puts this one up and over the blocker. Last one was underneath the blocker and over the pad, and he has a dynamic shot from that position. You can see Cole Eiserman not happy with himself on that backhand pass that was picked off. But
you make dangerous plays up high like that, you put yourself in a tough spot, and Pettersson made him pay.
A great read by Pettersson.
Oh, great job. Fourth goal of the tournament, Tony. 2 tonight. Here's Ekholm now. Kept alive by Carell. Frondell with it. His shot fought off by Nolan. Team USA coming the other way. Can they get a break here? Nope, just bounces away. And now Rayo Mullen just chips it in. So power play is over. Teams are back at full strength, and the Swedes take advantage with a shorthanded goal. Here's a chance. Blocker to the corner by Nolan. Puck goes towards the net, rattles around, and Frondell was almost able to knock that one up into the top of the net. Frey with it now. Taking a look up high, throws it through, deflected to the corner. Frondell tries to get it down low, it hit a skate. And now Riker Lee to center, looking for help. Riker Lee with Spellacy, turns it over, Frondell the other way. 3-on-2 across, Frondell holding, takes a look, fires wide on the short side, and out of the zone it comes. 5:58, 5:57 left in period number 2. Team Sweden with the 3-goal lead, 4-1. Puck ahead, knocked into the zone by Hackinson. William Hackelson, 19 in yellow. Throws it back behind the net. Team USA player is down. Hensler, he's very slow to get up. And he's kind of hobbled as he goes to grab his stick and kind of rejoin the play. Team USA already missing Cole Hudson in this game, and then Hensler delivers a blow, and now we're going to get a penalty. As Hensler was probably hot from being hit behind the net, and he hammered Yenborg, but he will get a penalty. And with that, we'll take a break. Team Sweden with the lead.
Every product Brett makes is named after one of my buddies.
Lents the crowd with those 2 goals. And these kids don't forget, that's for sure.
No. Personally, I would wait till to a gold medal game for that, but you know, it is the preliminary round.
They're excited
you
out there.
Might be a little early, but anyway, Team Sweden now back to the power play. Hensler in the box, and the Swedes looking to really put the hammer in this one. There's a shot from the point, turned back by Nolan. Puck comes up the wall. Bjork with it, up high. Celine Wallenius across. Puck behind the goal line. Bjork throws it through and they score. Yenborg right at the side of the cage. Pinpoint passing. And he deflects that in. Second power play goal for Team Sweden. 3 special teams goals in this game for the Swedes, and they lead it 5-1.
And you talk about a NHL play by kids, and as you can see backdoor, you see how he goes to one knee, does the Sidney Crosby, chokes up on the stick, a no-look pass backdoor, and that's one that Kleber tries to get in a position of a lane. It's tough on that backside defenseman, because if you go back and cover him, as you see Osborne there, that leaves over the diagonal pass to a dangerous shooter as well. That's perfect execution by the power play of Team Sweden to give them a 5-1 lead.
So Sweden, they have been ripping it up on the power play in this tournament. 8 of 16 in the tournament, 2 for 2 tonight. And Yenberg has a pair of goals, as does Pettersson. So the Swedes with a commanding 5-1 lead in this one. And now they have another chance towards the net. Stopped in front by Nolan. Great opportunity by Ustavara. He's looking for his second goal of the game. So the Swedes putting on a little bit of a show here as that puck is up into the bench, and we get a break.
Yeah, one thing for Team USA that's really important, obviously down by 4 goals, and this is an important game, but the important game is really start in a couple days on the crossovers. And if you can finish strong and get a good taste in your mouth and find a way to get back in this game, it'll mean a lot for the momentum and the confidence of this group. And you can see Cole Yzerman on the bench. He didn't go out with his regular line, as Horkoff took his spot on the left wing on the last shift.
Puck gets dumped in. Zeller's on it. So Team Sweden, an impressive performance this evening to this point, as Zeller's tried to get it to the front of the net. Puck comes up to the Swedes. And Tony, I've been impressed with the way the Swedes have passed the puck. I mean, these guys are tape to tape. Here's a pass that gets deflected. They move the puck really well. And there's another example, shot through traffic. Steered off the glass. Eriksson with it. Behind the net, Frundell tries to throw it in front, comes back to the point, D to D. Now they go up high to Eriksson. Good play there by Zellers as he takes it away. Down the left wing side, he gets Hagens. Hagens with a shot stopped in front. Rebound chance, stopped again, and it rolls in. So Team USA responds with a goal off the rush, and it's who else? Will Zellers. He has been red hot in this tourney, and he scores again, and it's 5-2, his 5th of the tournament.
And you can see Hagens gets behind the defenders, makes a good shot, that the rebound comes right back. You can see Ziemer gets in there for the first whack at it. Hammerstrom is able to make that second save, but no chance on this third one, as you said it. Who else but Will Zellers, who has been absolutely on fire throughout this World Junior Tournament, and gets the USA their second goal. And these type of tournaments, you never know if they could get one more in this next 3:15 and set themselves up for a third period. Could get real exciting here.
Lee tries to throw it across. Knocked away. Stiga gets it. Now Osborne just chips it in. Herenstam kind of misplays that one. A chance in front. And he's able to make the save on Riker Lee, as the goalie misplayed that one.
And there's our look at our goal scorer, Will Zellers. And we're going to watch him here as he gets his stick in the perfect position to break this puck up. And look at this pass up to Hagens for the breakaway. And we're going to watch him go to the net. You can see him slow down and adjust his skating, so he's there at the right time when that puck appears. His stick is able to find it, and he does a little cue shot into the net. Well, you talk about a guy that's going into this tournament didn't get a lot of TLC or love, and he certainly had a tremendous, impactful performance for Team USA. And he was the player that was acquired by the Boston Bruins from Colorado in the Coyle trade.
Charlie Coyle trade, last year at the trade deadline. And I think the Boston Bruins and their fans are
pretty happy,
pretty excited to see his development. Fans getting into it, getting that USA chant going, trying to get Team USA back in this game, give him a little boost. They got some work to do as they're down 3. Puck comes up the wall out of the zone. Now here's a break for Pettersson. He's looking for a hat trick. Pettersson is in, backhand, stopped by Noling. So not that time for Pettersson. Almost had too much time. And here they come again, Berglund. Ustavarov with a shot that goes off a stick into the netting. 1:59 left here in period number 2.
Yeah, and this is a second period change. Both defenders for Team USA are changing there, and puck gets chipped down the wall. Pettersson beats the players that are changing on the ice, and he gets a clear breakaway, tries to go backhand, and I think he tried to go 5-hole and through his legs. You can see he does, and Nowling holds his stick in perfect position and deflects that puck to the corner. Those second period changes are a coach's nightmare when your 2D go off together, especially when the puck gets turned over the top of the circles or higher, and Sweden did a good job on executing getting that puck out.
What's the protocol there, Tony?
Well, first thing is you got to know your defensemen need a change, and that puck's got to get below the goal line.
Should one guy come off at a time in that situation? I don't know if you want to have both guys going, right?
Ideally, that would be the right scenario, but they got to have trust in the forwards that that puck's going to get deep.
There's a backhand chance, stopped. Another chance, gloved down by Noling, and he holds on. Top American players eligible for this June's NHL draft will face off in the Chipotle All-American game on Thursday, January the 15th at USA Hockey Arena in the Detroit suburb of Plymouth, Michigan. Opening face-off at 7 p.m. and tickets are available by visiting USAHockeyArena.com or in person at the box office. Don't miss this unique chance to see the future stars of the NHL January the 15th at the USA Hockey Arena in Plymouth, Michigan. If you can't get out to the barn, you can join us right here on the NHL Network. We'll have that game for you as we do every year. Looking forward to that as well. Puck chipped into the neutral zone and fired in. Harenstam will come out to play it. Minute 15 on the clock here in period number 2. Team USA looking to maybe replicate what they did on Monday night when they scored one in the last minute of period number 2. In that case, they tied the game. This one would just cut the deficit to 2, but they need as many and as quick as they can get them.
Yes, they do.
Puck to center. Flipped into the zone by Salim Wallenius. Chipped up the right side. Ziemer gets it ahead to Hagans. Here's Hagans. Pulls up. Takes a look across. Tried to get it to Rayo Mullen. Now Zeller's in there. And now he'll head to the bench. 30 seconds left in the period. Erquist dumps the puck in. Reed back for it. Winds it around the wall. There's Riker Lee with it. Chips it ahead with some speed. It's Stiga now on the off-wing side. Goes to the corner, takes a bump. Puck comes free. Up the wall. Reed with it. Throws it behind the net. Less than 10 seconds in the period. Battle behind the net and just chipped out of the zone. That'll likely do it for period number 2. And now the puck gets turned over, and oh boy, that was almost a scary chance at the buzzer tone, but certainly not a great period for Team USA as they find themselves down 5-2.
Yeah, I'd say not a great period for Team USA, and I'd say a great period by Team Sweden. Team Sweden never
handling things tonight with a 5-2 lead over Team USA. 6 goals in the second period, and you can see it there. Tony, a lot of special teams play, particularly for Team Sweden, that has them in the lead.
Yeah, and we knew their power play coming into the game. The amazing part is Berglund and Frondell. They're 2 big guys that we talked about in the pregame are scoreless so far, but other guys have stepped up and made plays, and you can see this great entry as Bjork kicks this one out to the outside. Pass goes across to Yenberg, and he gets his first goal of the tournament. Then we're going to see the second one coming up here in a couple goals, but before that, a shorthanded goal by Lucas Pettersson, his 4th of the tournament. You can see him snap that one inside the post, and look at this pretty play, back door. And there's Yenberg standing on the backside, but chokes up on the stick and lets the fans know that Sweden is serious about this one. And as we see the goaltender change as Kemp comes in for Team USA in this period.
Yeah, Nick Kemp will come into the game to replace Brady Noling. So Kemp has played earlier in the tournament. He played in the second game of the tournament and got a victory. The Washington Capitals draft pick, 4th round pick in 2024. The goaltender at the University of Notre Dame. And he is welcome to the game with a quick shot from a bad angle, and he keeps it out. Tony, I kind of figured Kemp was going to start tonight, but Bob Motzko told us right at the start of the tournament all 3 goalies could play, and he ended up going with Noling tonight, but now Kemp is in as Team USA looks to mount a comeback here. Here's an opportunity just wide of the cage, and it bounces around in front, and the Swedes come the other way, and they've got numbers. Eriksson pulls up, waiting for help. He's got Boumedienne with a chance. That one gloved down by Kemp, and he holds on. So Nick Kemp comes into the game and quickly gets tested twice, but he holds the fort.
Yeah, and when you do come into a game, you definitely want to get warmed up a little bit, get in the game. And as you can see, Hagens come in, rips one just to the blocker side that Hammerstrom's able to make the save, and Zeller's jumped in the rebound, just bounced over his stick. And look for Zeller, who's been hot all tournament, to deliver everything he gets across the blue line towards the net. And the Team USA doesn't have to score in the first minute. If they can get one by the 5 or 6 minute mark, pull within 2, and try to get some offensive zone stuff going, maybe draw a penalty. Their power plays looks like it's starting to go a little bit. This game is not out of reach here.
No, we've said it before, as a shot comes through blocked. Young players, swings of emotion can happen in a game. Certainly Team Sweden is an impressive group, but we've seen this movie many times in this tournament before as that puck comes all the way down for an icing. So certainly Team USA needs to get the next one and get a little push.
Yeah, and there's Kemp save off the draw. Big blast. Actually, it's a block shot by Teddy Stiga. And we talked about that game earlier, that the U.S. trailed 3-0 against Sweden back in 2020. And that game ended up being a 5-4 overtime game that Sweden won. So with that big lead, the U.S. was able to find a way to get back into that game, and hopefully it'll be the same thing tonight.
Here's Stenberg. He just winds it behind the net, goes over the stick, and now Team USA the other way with speed. Stiga down the left side. Teddy Stiga leaves it for Lee. Good play by Stenberg coming back. And Bjork with it. Erquist gets it back behind the net. The Bjork starts the other way. Bjork with a couple of assists tonight. He's played well. He's a projected first-round draft pick. 5 different Swedes with multiple points in this game. Here's a chance now for McMorrow to the net. And stopped there as Horkoff went riding towards the cage and then had to push the net off the moorings. And we get a stoppage, but a good chance to the net there as McMorrow tried to throw it to the breaking Horkoff.
I mean, this is speed. Straight up north, they post up the winger. You see McMorrow drives, and Horkoff beats his guy to the net, and the pass across is beautiful. Horkoff tries to go upstairs. That bouncing puck went off the top of his blade, and that's going to the net hard. Horkoff, who is a tremendous goal scorer right now at the University of Michigan, 19 goals in 20 games, as a sophomore there, son of Shane Horkoff, who, there he is in the building, doing some scouting and cheering his son on here. He's assistant general manager with the Detroit Red Wings and former NHL star with over 1,000 games.
I can remember Sean Horkoff being a part of that Edmonton team that went to the Cup final in 2006.
Good hard-nosed hockey player.
Absolutely. And his son has really taken some big steps this season in his development. Big kid. And now we get a whistle. We're going to get a penalty, and it looks like it'll be a penalty on Team Sweden. See Pettersson looking at the official. Here's the call.
Sweden number 11, 2 minutes for interference.
So Pettersson gets the interference call. Team USA will get an opportunity on the power play.
Yeah, you can see A.J. Spellis trying to beat his man up the ice, and we'll see. Lucas Pettersson reaches his hand on the inside of the pants. Referee sees that open hand interfering with the progress of A.J. Spellis, and this would be a good time to see Riker Lee and Teddy Stiga and the boys, L.J. Mooney, Osborne, and Hagens bang one home here. And that's not Hagens, that is Zellers over on that far wall.
So off the draw, Team USA gets the puck. Osborne, Zellers throws to the corner, behind the net, chasing it there. Stiga gets it over to Lee. Good pressure by the Swedes, but equally good pass work by Team USA. Mooney takes a look, throws it to the front, and they score! Deflection in front! Teddy Stiga! And Team USA strikes quickly on the power play, and it's 5-3 Sweden.
Well, the U.S. crowd is up and excited about this play as Stiga hunts this down, bumps it over to Riker Lee, and as you see, they get a little give and go as L.J. Mooney recognizes that stick wide open by Stiga in the high slot, and this is an NHL deflection, boy. He's got his back to the defender, he's got his stick opened up, and L.J. Mooney recognizes, sees it, and when you're the bumper in the middle of the ice, you're looking to just make your stick available for that flanker on the wall, and that flanker pass from L.J. Mooney is in a perfect spot and a great opportunity for Stiga to deflect that one into the net. That's what happens, and Team USA is back in this hockey game.
So Stiga from Mooney and Lee. Team USA 2 for 3 on the power play tonight, 4 for 14 in the tournament.
Team USA power play goal.
Crowd getting a little more excited now, so we'll see if we can have one of those fabulous finishes here on New Year's Eve. Behind the net, Boumediene, long stretch down the left side. Thrown back through to Nielsen. His shot to the net, deflects to the corner. Nielsen plays college hockey at Michigan State. Puck gets bounced around along the wall. Good battle in the corner. There's Nielsen again. Puck up high, shot through traffic, misses the mark. In the corner, Erquist behind the net. Pass loose in front, deflects off the skate of Kleber. Little reversal there. Nice play by Cole Eisman. He gets the puck back with some speed. Eisman takes a shot, goes just wide of the net. Cole Eisman, he's had a little bit of a tough night defensively, but he's such a dangerous offensive player. Get him out there, give him a chance.
He can shoot it.
Here we go the other way. Mansagi to the middle, tries to throw it through off a skate. Might want to shoot that one. Comes back to Osborne, up high. Reed, look, fires, knocked down in front. Team USA making a little push. Hagen's backhand got knocked behind the net and then cleared out of the zone. And we get a whistle and an icing.
We're going to take another look at that power play goal. And this is great execution. As you see, Mooney goes down to Lee, gets the puck back from Lee, and Stiga just backs into that defender and puts his stick in a position that L.J. Mooney recognizes, hey, I want that puck for a tip, and talk about a good pass and a heads-up play by L.J. Mooney, and it gets Team USA back in the game.
Boumediene with speed behind the net. He starts moving out. He could skate. Son of Joseph Boumediene, who spent some time in the National Hockey League, and Sasha playing at BU. Here's Hagens, pulls up, looking behind Osborne. Bad bounce off the boards, and here comes Stenberg the other way with some room. One-on-one. Good defensive play by Reed. Stenberg throws a backhand to the net. Puck came free and then cleared out of the zone. Good play by Chase Reed against the very dangerous Stenberg. Puck eludes Kemp. Berglund tries to play it behind the net. Comes to Team USA. He flipped out of the zone. This could be a penalty. This could end up being a penalty. Now Hagens gets mixed up with Berglund. Down on the ice in the corner. The Team USA defenseman being looked at by the official, and it's Osborne. And he grabs the stick. He took a pretty hard blow over there as he was trying to get rid of the puck, and it went up over the glass, and he is headed towards the bench area. So we'll see if we get a call here, Tony.
And with Cole Hudson out of the lineup, the last thing Team USA needs is to lose Luke Osborne, to plant out up front as well, and he gets knocked into the referee there. It's Swedish forechecker Eddie Yenberg comes in and makes that hit. Zeller's letting the Swedes know that, hey, we're not going away.
Yeah. So
we got a delay of game penalty, I believe, to start, and we're going to see if we have another penalty on the Swedish forechecker there.
So the referees getting together by the scorers table, have a little discussion. So we saw the puck go up over the glass, and that looked like that was going to be the original call, but there was a pretty significant collision in the corner, so we'll see if the referees feel anything else was warranted. There's Bob Motzko looking on.
He certainly is looking for a call there. We're going to take a look at as Osborne gains the net. Here comes the forechecker in hard. He takes a hit somewhat from behind right into the referee, and we're going to get the call right now.
Team USA number 2, 2 minutes of delaying the game.
Okay. So that is the only call, and Osborne had originally gone down the tunnel, and now he is back, and he's going to come over the boards and head to the penalty box. And Bob Motzko not happy, and Greg Brown, the coaching staff there, not happy with that decision. Here's another look at this play in the corner, Tony.
And you can see Yenborg's in. You can see as Osborne tries to stop, he gets railroaded into the referee, and Bobby Motzko wants the call. He's not happy here. He thought this one might be evened up. Instead, Team USA, and the group will have to bear down here and get this kill against this dangerous Swedish power play.
You can see. Yeah, they showed another look on the scoreboard there, and it's an angle where you can see the Osborne colliding with the official. And
he's not happy.
Yeah. So nonetheless, Tony, let's face it, this is a moment right here. You kill a penalty here, you get some momentum in the game, maybe you rally and you win it.
Absolutely.
But you got to kill it. Swedes win the draw, and that dangerous power play will look to get to work again. Scoring at 50% rate here in the tournament, 8 for 16. Up high. Goes into the bumper area, stopped in front by Kemp, and he holds on. And now Spellacy, he just drilled Pettersson, and now all heck's breaking loose out there as everybody's after Spellacy. Meanwhile, Pettersson is on the ice trying to figure out where he is. And now he slowly gets up.
Well, we got all this rough stuff going on, but we had one heck of a save there by Kemp. Nick Kemp kept Team USA in the game on that one-timer from the slot that Pettersson got. And Spellacy's head in the box there. He had a big hit that the referees didn't like.
The penalty situation is under review.
So this penalty is under review. That means that this could be a major penalty here. And Pettersson was in that high slot. Here it is, Tony.
You can see Spellacy rotate back, and as the Swedish player, Pettersson, goes down to the ice, there's no slowing down by Spellacy. And there's not a whole lot you can do when you're on the train tracks to come finish your check when the player goes down like that. If he does get his stick to the head area, that might warrant the 5 minutes. The refs are going to take a look at it and see what they think.
It's an interesting play, Tony. There was obviously head contact, but to your point, Pettersson was going down to make the shot, and so not in his normal position he would be in. And here's the save by Kemp again in front.
What a save. That one time you see a little rough stuff in front, and then you can see the player in the back, Pettersson, laying on the ice.
The referee's looking at the monitor there.
Another big decision. It's definitely going to be a 5-on-3 for at least a minute 43. So Team USA is this is a pretty good one by a creative. That was the word I was going to use.
Creative work by the
Team
fans.
USA. And you look around this building, there are not too many empty seats in this arena.
That is a nasty, certainly a nasty hit, and we're hoping that Pettersson is going to be okay. I mean, he's had a heck of a game tonight.
He has it in Spellacy.
Here comes the official, so let's hear what Troy Murray has to say.
After reviewing the play, it's a 2-minute minor penalty for check to the head.
So there it is. 2-minute penalty against Spellacy.
And you can see Pettersson on the bench. His helmet off, trying to shake that off. and this would be called a critical moment. And this is an opportunity. You don't like to be down 5 on 3, and you're going against one of the most creative power plays there is. If you can find a way to get through this next 2 minutes, what a momentum shift this would be. And that's going to be the task here for the penalty killers for Team USA, as you see Kleber out there and Stiga, and
you can see Barnett as well.
Barnett as well. Those three will try to start this off.
So the puck comes loose, but not cleared out. Frondell with it. 2-minute advantage. Chance in front. Stop. Rebound. They missed an opportunity. Another chance in front. They couldn't get it through. Up high. Now across. Frondell's shot. That goes over the crossbar. Nick Kemp fighting them off in the crease. He came on in period number 3, replacing Brady Noling. Up high now. Chance to the front again. Knocked away. Can they clear? They do. Barnett got it down the ice. And quickly, Team Sweden back in the offensive zone. 5 on 3 advantage. They're up 2. Puck goes across to the goal line. Chance through. Fanned on there by Stenberg. And the puck goes out of play. We get a stoppage. So 55 seconds left on the 2-man advantage. 1 minute and 11 seconds left on Spelisi's chance.
A needed whistle. I mean, Team USA did what they had to do. They have to get a little bit lucky. You got to make a few great saves. And you look at a couple chances that the Swedes had, and good clear by Barnett there. But look at the action that Kemp has. The puck's around the net. Swedish, looks like the Swedish team may be calling a timeout here to kind of keep those guys fresh and maybe work on drawing up a new play. But timeout, Sweden. And on the American bench, coaches are over there going over a few things. You can see Steve Miller that with the board there. I think the important thing for Team USA is stay tight. Sticks should be connected to each other. Give them the outside, let them shoot through you to try to get some blocks, and then the puck does get delivered to the net. It's about recovering it and getting down 200 feet. And Steve Miller is going to probably point out a few of their big shooters, and the one guy, Frondell, the one-timer on his forehand side, the big left-handed shot, is a guy that the Swedes will certainly be looking to try to get the puck to, as he's got 3 power play goals already in this tournament. Well, almost halfway through it as they get 49 seconds of the Spelisi penalty killed off. 55 seconds to go in the 2-man advantage.
So timeout over. Team Sweden get their 5 guys on. Team USA with just 3 right now for another 55 seconds. Team USA wins the draw. Kleber gets it, kind of holds onto it in the corner. And the big guy is going to hold it and look to kill some time over there. The battle continues. Tick, 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 tick. Kleber doing a heck of a job in there, holding that puck in there. Puck comes free. Swedes are able to get a hold of it. Kleber goes in and pins his man in again, but it comes free. They get it out front. Here's a one-time opportunity. They don't take the shot. Puck just a little off right now for the Swedes. There's Frondell. Looks to walk to the middle. Takes a look. Gets it over to Stenberg. Walks in. Tries to skip around. Loses the puck. Stenberg back to Frondell. Frondell. Stenberg. He fans on it. Kleber tries to get it out. Couldn't get much on it. The Swedes maintain the puck. York gets it back. Over to the sidewall. Stopped in front and they score. Stenberg finds the loose puck in the blue paint and puts it beyond Kemp. Not much he could do there. And the Swedes are able to score with just 1 second left in the 5 on 3. So they will continue to have a man advantage for 18 seconds. And they now lead at 6-3.
Well, that's a shame because Kleber did a heck of a job for about 15 seconds. He somehow kept the puck in the corner to kill that time. And the Swedes, with the skill that they have, didn't get frustrated, get a great one-timer. And look at that little touch pass in the slot as you see the Swedish players. Instead of throwing it right back at the net, he knows he's got to help on the side. So Berglund knocks that puck over to Stenberg for an empty net. So great execution by Sweden on that rebound. And like you said, 18 seconds to go.
On the Spelisi penalty.
Power play goal scored by
So the U.S. will try to kill off this last few seconds of this penalty. But Team Sweden has struck again. Another power play goal. 9 power play goals through less than 4 full games.
And Sweden operating at 50% in this tournament.
So Spelisi out of the box. Good to see Pettersson back on the ice for Team Sweden, so he's okay. Team USA now coming up. Hagens fires it in. He'll go for a change. Zeller's along the wall. He loses. Puck coming the other way. Dropped off. Nielsen shot stopped by Kemp, and he holds on. So Team Sweden with the 2-man advantage. Stenberg with the 3-goal lead.
This telecast of the IIHF World Junior Championship is presented by NHL Sense Arena. Own the ice in virtual reality with NHL Sense Arena 26.
You think you have hands as fast as mine?
Okay.
Now's your chance to prove it. You don't get the best hands by luck. You gotta earn them.
Hey, should we pull Saquon off the field right now to submit his expenses?
You better not say yes. Switch your business to ramp.com.
Welcome back to Grand Casino Arena. 6-3 to score for Sweden ahead of the U.S., but so many things still at stake as we approach the quarterfinals of this World Junior Championship. On the other side of town in Minneapolis, Canada still to play Finland later tonight, which means even once this game is over, gentlemen, we are not going to know who Team USA meets in the quarterfinal. One thing is for sure, Bob Motzko and his team trying to generate some momentum over the final 12-24, no matter who they play next.
That's right, and that's if they lose this game. The winner of this game will play Latvia, and there's a shot that goes just wide. So we'll have to wait for the result of that one. Here comes Spelisi the other way down the left wing side. Watched by Boumediene. Boumediene puts the stick on him. Spelisi, he is an absolute horse out there. We talked about what a terrific athlete he is and what a great athletic family, but it's going to be fun to watch for Chicago Blackhawk fans in the future. Brings a ton of energy.
He can skate, he can finish his checks with the best of them, and his intensity and competitiveness on a puck has been a big part of Team USA through the first 4 games of this tournament.
Frondell buried McMorrow over there by the wall, and he's slow to get up, but back on his feet. And now Osborne down the left side in the corner. Luke Osborne coming up high. His shot blocked down. The game has gotten a little more chippy as we've gone here. There's Justavara down the left side. Pulls up. Throws it behind the net to Nielsen. He gets taken in by Reed. Puck comes free. Osborne is there. Fights off the checking of Gastrine. And now Chase Reed with it, watched by Nielsen. And now we're going to get another penalty behind the play, and it's going to be on Team Sweden. Nick Kemp goes to the bench. Get the extra attacker out there. Delayed penalty. Long pass ahead. Hagens to Lee. Throws it ahead, and now we get a stoppage. It might have been offside the blue line. So Team USA looks like they will go back to the power play.
Celine Wallenius looks like he's heading the box.
He's not that interested in getting there, but he will eventually.
Number 4, Team Sweden, minor penalty interference.
So there he is, Leo Celine Wallenius. Here you go, Tone.
Yeah, and as Riker Lee tries to leave the zone, a little bit of a push, and Riker Lee goes to the ice, and Team USA will take that 2-minute power play, and Breaker Lee is going to go out there and try to not only draw the penalty, but as you can see, the Swedish coach is not happy with the officials. And I would say the officials are in that position with the score being 6-3 right now, trying to keep things tight here and not allow this to get out of hand a little bit physically. And because of that, they're going to call everything that they see.
Still plenty of time in the hockey game. More than 10 minutes to play in regulation time. Team USA needs a basket. They need 3 goals. But they're on the power play where they've had success in this game. Puck goes through. Stiga tried to get it through. A misconnect there, and Osborne will have to chase back. Luke Osborne gets it across. They gain the zone, but the puck cleared out as Mooney was carrying that puck. Osborne with it again. Throws it back to Zellers. Will Zellers. He's got a goal in this game. 5 in the tournament. Puck comes wrapping around and out of the zone.
Team USA having a little bit of a trouble getting to their set. This team Sweden has done a nice job of forcing some errors.
Higgins came spinning through there, but good defensive play by the Swedes. Now they look to make a break to the net. They already have a shorthanded goal in the game. 45 seconds left on the power play. Chase Reed now back in his own zone. Reed drops it back. Now Zemer chips it in. He tries to chase it down. Goes hard into the corner with Carell. Higgins gets to the point. They go D to D. Horkoff with it. Takes a look across. Tried to squeeze it through there to Yzerman. He tries to get it back to the point. Was knocked down. Higgins with it into the high slot. Yzerman with a big shot. He misses the mark. He can rip that puck. Puck goes winding around the boards past Yzerman. He'll have to chase back. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and that will do it for the power play for Team USA. Here's Yzerman now on the rush, trying to dance through. No dice with 5 Swedish jerseys in the middle of the ice. Here's Stenberg the other way. His shot stopped. Rebound off the post. Stenberg had the last goal on the power play to make it 6-3 for the Swedes. McMorrow fires it in. Puck wound out of the zone by the goaltender, Harenstam. Fired right back in by Team USA. Erquist throws it ahead. Nobody home. Barnett quickly ahead. McMorrow, he dumps it in. Mansagi tries to get there, a little late. Now it comes the other way for the Swedes. Yenberg, he lost it. And now here's some speed through the neutral zone. Spellisy, his shot deflected. Throws it back behind the net. Boumediene. But Barnett comes down the wall. Keep it alive. Swedes regain control. They go across in their own end and now out of the zone. With some speed, Gastrine waiting for help, doesn't have any right now, and gets met by the U.S. defense. Puck banked off the boards. And then here comes Stiga now down the left side. Stiga driving to the cage. He couldn't get much on it. He's down behind the net, and Sweden is coming the other way. Here's Nielsen. Nielsen, right shot to the middle. Chases to the far wall. Goes behind the net. Little backhand pass in front. Couldn't make it connect. 2 guys battle. Referees saying play the puck. And now the puck comes out of the zone. Stavara gets it back. Time ticking down. 6:50 left in the third period. Team Sweden with a win would clinch the top seed in Pool A and set up a date with Team Latvia as a shot goes firing wide in the quarterfinals. Team USA would be second, and they would have to wait for the result of the Canada-Finland game, which will be played later tonight. Here's Mooney with it. Into the skates of Higgins. Lost it. And now Ray Mullen the other way. He walks in. Tries to throw it back. Good defensive play by Zalon Wallenius. Here's a good stick up high by Eriksson. He's coming down the other way. Erickson, bad angle shot, stopped by Kemp. Gotta say, Tony, Kemp has been very good since coming off the bench here in the third. He allowed the 1 goal, but it's a 5-on-3 on a rebound.
Yeah, he's made some really spectacular saves, especially the start of that 5-on-3.
I gotta guess right now that no matter who they play next, Kemp is gonna be the guy. But that's just me guessing.
Yeah, and I think he's certainly earned that.
Shot in front, stopped, and he holds on. As Eklund was pounding away. So New Year's Eve here in St. Paul. Waiting on 2026. Sweden with the lead.
This telecast of the IIHF World Junior Championship is presented by NHL Sense Arena. Own the ice in virtual reality with NHL Sense Arena 26.
Rally here. I know they're going to want to watch last year's Teddy Stiga finish to the gold medal game last year in the overtime win against Finland. We're going to watch that for many, many years to come on your call on Stiga's gold medal winning goal.
Crazy to think when it comes down to that, Tony, right? An overtime, scoring an overtime goal is great probably for anyone, and then to score one that wins a gold medal.
It doesn't surprise me with the competition in these tournaments to know that at the end of the game it's going to be decided by
tight.
It's tight. It is definitely by a save or a goal, and Teddy Stiga was the hero last year.
Stenberg tries to throw it through the middle. He has been impressive tonight. Ivar Stenberg. His brother, Otto, plays with the St. Louis Blues. He was a first-round pick, and I expect Ivar will probably be even a higher pick when his time comes in June. Here's Frondell making a nice play to the net, and Osborne and Camp stayed with him. Salim Wallenius just chips it back into the zone. Emery is there, watched by Frondell. Picked up by Gastreen. Now gives it to Carell behind the net. Nielsen looking to make a play. Comes back up high. Carell over to Salim Wallenius. The puck is loose. It's in some skates. And good work to get it out there by James Higgins. Coming up on 4 minutes to play here in period number 3. Team Sweden with a handful of power play goals, a shorthanded goal. They lead this one 6-3. Behind the net. The battle continues along the wall, and finally Nielsen comes the other way. Nielsen dumps it in, Eric Nielsen. Behind the net. See, Kleber is in there. And Adam Kleber is such a horse. Puck comes free. Frey with it up high, taking a look. Just flips it to the corner. Team Sweden just letting that clock tick down. Now here's Higgins, the center. He just backhands it in. He'll go for a change.
Yeah, the one thing you can say that Sweden has done is they have not let the foot off the gas. They've stayed on the attack. They haven't sat back at all. They've kind of smothered the U.S. offense by forechecking and by creating offense of their own.
Now the puck chipped in again by the Swedes. Under 3 minutes to play in regulation. 6-3. Here's a chance to the net. Comes loose. Rebound stopped by Kemp. Big time save there by Kemp.
Great save there. We've been given Henrik Lundqvist saves credit on the other side. That's a Mike Richter, Spencer Knight, John Van Beesbrook kick
All
save
right,
there for Team USA's Nick Kemp.
Puck fired in by Mooney. Goes and chases it down. L.J. Mooney playing for the Golden Gophers. Right here in Minnesota, Pennsylvania native. That puck gets cleared all the way down. And we're going to get an icing. With the Olympics and Paralympics not far off, make sure you're ready and decked out in the latest USA Hockey apparel. Go to shop.usahockey.com to see the latest from jerseys, polos, hoodies, and more. Shop.usahockey.com. This is your official online home for everything Team USA.
We have seen Higgins playing with Ziemer and Zellers, and then Stiga centering a different line. So it's a very interesting dynamic right now for Team USA.
So Team USA has the net empty. They will go with 6 attackers here to have a 2-man advantage. Down by 3 late. Makes sense, Tony.
That makes a lot of sense.
They win the draw. Comes up high now. Osborne over to Riker Lee. Back to Mooney. Throws it at the net. Knocked down in front.
Smart play by Mooney with being down by 3. The quicker you can get it to the net with that big traffic in front and get a rebound out of this and hopefully get one on the board quick.
Completely agree. Kept in. Nice play, but then knocked off the stick. Really good play by Bjork.
He's been all over the ice tonight, Bjork, offensively, defensively, PK.
U.S. tries to make the entry, and they'll have to regroup. Osborne across. Now a cross-corner dump off the wall. Swedes try to clear. Puck loose on the wall, up in the air, kept in. And now we get a whistle. That might be the hand pass signal.
EJ, you'd think these two teams are even tonight. Look at what happens tonight if Sweden does win this game. This rivalry will be tied up. 19 all. Almost tied on goals, 4 goals against as well. And the U.S. is ahead in the gold medal side of things. Sweden ahead on the total medal column.
And now it looks like we're getting a timeout for Team USA. Minute 27 left on the clock, and Bob Mosko and his staff leaving no stone unturned here.
2 things. 1, they're showing the kids, hey, we're going to fight till the last second of this game. And 2, if they might need to pull their goaltender in this situation, future of this tournament at some point, and they want to make sure that they get a little practice rep at it. But, you know, we've seen stranger things happen. Obviously, they got their backs against the wall, and this is going to be a tough one. But if they can get one here in the next, 15 seconds or so and go 6-on-5 the rest of the way for sure, and see if they can pull off. Miracles do happen. We know that.
We do know that.
Correct. And this would be a nice place for one.
So now we are back, ready to go. Kempf is back in the net, but he's at the top of the circle. So as soon as USA gets possession, he will come out. He's still in the net right now, and now the puck is fired all the way down. And Osborne will go behind the net to pick it up.
And you can see he's heading to the bench right now.
And now there he goes with the possession. They drop it back. Get to center. Here's Hagens, leaves it for Zellers. Throws it back below the goal line. Fired out. Kept alive along the boards by Team USA. It's up and finally knocked out of the zone. We're under a minute here now in the 3rd period. The net is empty for Team USA. They're down 3, and they have 6-on-4 right now on the ice. Here's Zellers, his shot through traffic. Stopped, comes to Osborne. Gets it back up high to Mooney. Mooney over to Zellers. He shoots, stopped in front. Rebound, knocked to the corner. 33 seconds left. Quick pass to the high slot. Behind the net, they try to squeeze it through. Another shot, save, rebound by Lee, save again. Herenstam making a couple nice stops there. Osborne with it. Under 20 seconds left. Pass across, deflected, and that is out of the zone. So as the clock ticks down, Riker Lee with it. Backhand pass. Shot short side by Hagens, turned away. 3 seconds left, and that's going to do it for the preliminary round for Team USA and Team Sweden, as Team Sweden gets the 6-3 victory, and they will claim the top spot in the Pool A. And there was a little chatting back and forth between some of the players. The referees got involved, sent them to their respective ends of the ice. So the Swedes will play the Latvians in one of the quarterfinals coming up on Friday. And then Team USA will have to wait for the result of the Canada-Finland game, and that will dictate who they will play. They will play the 5 p.m. quarterfinal. We'll, of course, have all the quarterfinal games for you right here on the NHL Network. And Team USA, listen, I was here in a different venue in 2013. Team USA lost twice in the preliminary round, won the gold medal.
Great point, and that's the most important message that Bobby Motzko has to say after this game is, guys, we lost the game tonight, we didn't lose what we're here to do.
Team will now be awarded with a Faribault Mill blanket featuring the land of 10,000
with that power play
mural,
and
specially commissioned
shorthanded
for the
goal and the power play
2026
goals by Team
IIHF
Sweden, that
World
obviously
Junior
was a big
Championship.
impact on
Designed
tonight's
by
game.
Minnesota-based indigenous artist Shauna Boulette.
So now we get the players of the game.
This one's going to be hard for me to pick Sweden one.
Lands, cultural teachings, and deep hockey roots that define Minnesota. The prizes
they had lots of guys that had great performances.
Steve Olheiser, president of Minnesota Hockey,
and thrilled that TJ Oshie will be on the ice tonight. What an Olympian he was. What an NHL player he was.
The best player of the game for Team USA is number 12, Will Zellers.
So Will Zellers, player of the game.
He's had a spectacular tournament.
Really has.
This is the first game that he did not score the game winner in at this tournament. And he's been part of
the best player of the game for Team Sweden, number 11, Lucas Pettersson.
Hard to argue with that.
That's pretty hard to argue. They had probably 5 or 6 guys that played their best game of the tournament tonight. And Lucas Pettersson was outstanding.
So, Tone, Team Sweden gets the win 6-3. And when you get to win, you get to hear your anthem. So that'll be next.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and we get ready for the quarterfinal round. We'll see you for the quarterfinals.
The IIHF World Junior Championship continues on January 2nd.
Well, a tough loss to the Americans, but Sweden's power play certainly was awfully impressive. Now 8 for 16, clicking at 50%. Stenberg, one of those on the PP. 6-3 Sweden.